It's your brother Kasha Kwala coming back at you with another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. As you can see on my screen, and again, this is going to be another quick hitter. I have the word excommunication. All right. I don't know if brothers ever seen that movie or the trilogy. John Wick. But when a certain assassin would, do outside of what the rules are, they would call it an excommunicano, something like that. And pretty much they would excommunicate them from being a part of like the assassin club or whatever. And it will be free game on them, meaning they're on their own and there will be a bounty put on their head that every assassin can come and, assassinate them if need be. That was in that movie John Wick. So pretty much they were X'd out from the quote unquote brotherhood. All right. Now, the reason I mentioned that is because whenever something was done wrong, they disregarded themselves or they avoided themselves from that individual who broke the rules. Okay. Now, in the case of in the spirit, in the body, in the church, you can be excommunicated from the body if you don't follow the rules. Simple. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai has laid out a foundation, and he has the blueprint, and he has the charges and commands that you are to abide by. Those charges and commands are one and the same. It's a command and a warning at the same time. You are to do this, you are to do that. I'm going to tell you once, that is your warning. Okay? Simply put. All right? So that goes for everybody who's in a particular church or body or even associated with. If you can't follow an order, if you can't follow a rule or command or anything of that nature, there is a good chance that you will be excommunicated. So here's the word excommunication in the Wikipedia. Excommunication is an institutional act of religious censor used to end or at least regulate the communion of a member of a congregation with other members of the religious institution who are in the normal communion with each other. So pretty much putting that in a brief synopsis, you are no longer a part of the congregation, okay? You are no longer a part of the congregation if you're excommunicated, all right? Let me get a quick precept here. And I'm going to elaborate on a few things. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 and 30. Exalt not thyself, lest I'm going to read it all the way through and then go back. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so the Most High discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. So the reason why I'm bringing this out, and you probably know after reading that, the main point, it says, exalt not thyself. That means being haughty or proud or putting yourself on a pedestal, okay? It says, lest thou fall, right? Well, what's the saying? The bigger you are, the harder they fall. It says, and bring dishonor upon thy soul, and the Most High discover thy secrets. Right. Meaning exposes your ass for what you really are. All right. It says, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation. Right. So you're going to get exposed for what you really are because you don't want to follow order, because you don't want to stay in order, and you don't want to keep commandments to the best of your ability. Therefore, he's going to expose it. You're going to be exposed, and he's going to cast you down in the midst of the congregation. Right. In the middle of the congregation, everybody's going to see the downfall. All right. You be excommunicated. It says, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. Now, this goes toward anyone who has an ounce of pride in him. Okay? Anyone who has an ounce of, and I'm sitting here saying, everybody needs to work on their humility. I'm not saying here I'm the most humble dude out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. But what I will say, there's individuals out there who think they are, and they're not. And they're far from it. When there's orders placed, and I'm not aiming this toward any brother, but when there's orders placed, you are to abide by it. Okay? And that goes for you sisters too. When there's orders placed and set, you are to abide by it, especially if you want to associate with the body. Okay? If you want to associate with the body. I'm going to say it again. If you want to associate yourself with the church, there are orders and rules that you abide by. And if you can't do it, you're excommunicated. And rightfully so. You people think this is a game. Think it's just a little, like a boys and girls club or Boy Scouts or some shit. That's what people think it is. They think they can, certain orders don't apply to them. Okay? Nobody gives a shit who you are. I'm going to say it just like that. Nobody cares. But when the Spirit places an order, you follow it. Or you're excommunicated. You're on your fucking own. You're on your own. And we know what the scriptures say. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You are on your own. So again, excommunication is a religious censor used to end or at least regulate the communion of a member or a congregation. So that's either in a sense of someone suspended, that's regulating, or kicked out. Or let me say this. If there was a woman who was with you and left, that bitch is excommunicated. That's equivalent to a man leaving the body, the church. You're done. You have no, and it's up to that man that you left too. You have no, and if he doesn't want nothing to do with you, you're excommunicated. You have no say or anything within the body. You're done. You're on your own. Go figure it out. All right. And let me say this. You women are proud as shit. Okay. Y'all are proud. And the Lord's been dealing with women lately. A lot of Instagram models have been getting touched. Okay. A lot of women, I've been seeing a whole bunch of news articles, and a lot of women been getting that work. But y'all want to walk around saying, oh, I don't need no man, and this, that. Keep the same energy. The Lord will visit you. The Lord is going to visit you women in entirety because of how proud you are. Because y'all are the main ones who can't follow orders. You can't keep your foot or your feet in front of you. All right. So continuing, it says the purpose of an institutional act to deprive, suspend, or limit membership in a religious community or to restrict certain rights within it. Right. If you're excommunicated, it's either you're deprived, meaning it's done for, you're suspended, or limited because you couldn't follow orders. You couldn't stay in line. Okay. So this is Romans 16, verse 17. It says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses. Right. So if you cause division within the body, you got to be excommunicated. That means you are a schism. You're an issue. You need to be dealt with. You need to be excommunicated. You need to be separated from the body. All right. When divisions and offenses start to implant themselves into a body, it's like a cancer. It becomes cancerous and it spreads. When the spirit senses it, it's either you get in line or you go on somewhere else. Simple. So it says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Right. And again, that goes for you women too. So if you out there being disobedient to your man, you raising your voice, you talking back, you always complaining, you giving that man hell, you committing adultery. These are offenses contrary to the doctrine. Because the scriptures clearly say for a woman to keep her silence. The scriptures clearly say for a woman not to depart from the man when you read the book of Corinthians, the 7th chapter. The scripture, and then when you read the book of Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 11 chapter, it gives the order. The woman is clearly beneath the man. The woman is clearly supposed to be in subject to the man. The woman is not supposed to usurp authority. The woman is not supposed to commit adultery, meaning sleeping with another man. Okay? That makes her an adulterous woman. Read Romans, the 7th chapter, the first few verses. If this is you, you are rightfully so excommunicated. If you do not fall in the categories of the things that I just said, then just keep doing right by your man so you don't get excommunicated, because you women are going to need the prophets of the Lord in that day. But if you want to find your own way, you think another way is better, just like the scriptures talk about it. Okay, there's only a straight gate, but there be some that seek a different path, and there's only one path. Then if you think there's a different way, be my guest, go try to find it. You're going to end up like Hosea. Okay, what is that? Hosea's, I want to say the 6th chapter. Let me see. No, I think it's the 2nd chapter, actually. Hosea 2. Let me go to it. Bear with me. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Hosea 2 and 6. It says, therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall that she shall not find her paths. Right. So if you with a prophet and you done him wrong or whatever, and you decided to leave, well, guess what? The Lord gonna make it hard on you. All right. The first few, whatever, you may be, look, nothing's happening. That's right. That's cool. That's fine. You ever seen a master at his craft? He usually doesn't rush things. And Yahweh Shem Shai is a master of his craft. So it may be seem all Gucci and cool for the first few. And the Lord he gonna visit. He gonna take a peek. He gonna put a finger in your life. Okay? And stir some stuff up. All right? It says, therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall that she shall not find her paths. Verse 7. And when she's going through them straits, the whole time you're gonna feel guilty for not sticking by your man. It says, and she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now. Exactly. Okay? And the Spirit had me to speak on you women a lot on this video. I was just going to speak on excommunication, but you women, Y'all really excommunicated from the church whenever you leave a prophet. Because the scriptures say what? In the book, I want to say 2 Chronicles 20, it says you are to believe in the Lord and his prophets. I tell you, man, if you better be careful how you treat a prophet, how you treat a prophet of the Lord. And you better believe he a prophet of the Lord. And if you don't, that's on you. And if you excommunicated, you're on your own. And trust me, little mama, you ain't gonna make it on your own. And that's a fact. You ain't gonna make it on your own. That's a fact. All right? It says, continuing, in particular, those of being in communion with other members of the congregation and receiving the sacraments. Okay? All right? So again, it says those of being in communion with other members in the congregation. There ain't no more of that. So if you're a man in the church, you went off, you got excommunicated, there ain't no communion with the brothers no more. It's done. You go do your thing, we gonna do ours. Okay? No hard feelings. And real talk in the spirit, it's just business. Real talk. And if you claim you believe as a man, and this so happens, you better continue to preach. You better continue to preach the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay? You just may not commune with that certain body that you left, but you better still continue to preach because you have to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. All right? And for the men who are still in the body, which is a good thing, because now you have someone to reprove you, to correct you, to lead you in the right direction. You better make sure that you stay in line and you stay in order so you can continue to commune with the body. One of the biggest things that Yahweh Shai preached was to be brotherly. Can you be brotherly by your damn self? You see? So don't be out of order. If you are, excommunication starts coming to play. And again, it goes the same thing for you women. Don't get out of line, step out of order, know your role, know your place. Cut the pride. Or you will be excommunicated from the body. And that's from the spirit too. You're through. So Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Brother Kasha Kwan, until the next time. Shalom.